Hey yo everybody, it's Johnny5 Alive here and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. Today we'll be featuring the IMC mining coaster created by Loki's 7, an advanced builder in this community, and here they say. This is my first ever coaster blueprint and its main feature is a steel coaster going through a mountain being used for futuristic mining operations. The coaster is partially indoors as it passes through caves and the base in the mountain. Aside from the coaster, there are shops and flat rides on the side of the mountain, as well as a fireworks show that can be activated at the coaster entrance. Okay, very cool. And do they add anything on the Steam workshop here? The coaster takes an interior futuristic theme lift up through the mountain. During the descent, the coaster loops through caverns and various theming on the interior and exterior. Some scenes are made to look like the old mining operation, some are themed with new operation, and some are themed to an ancient ruins. Oh, it uses two 5-car coasters. The flat ride is on the mountain as well, and particularly themed to ancient ruins. Okay, very cool. There was a flat ride in here as well, which I didn't quite catch. This looks very, very exciting. Why don't we jump right on into it? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the giant coaster mountain. We have guests flooding in to get their baguettes, their loony balloons, and go to the bathrooms. Speed limit of 41 miles per hour. That's quite the speed for a queue. Up we go. Maybe I should be doing this one at nighttime here. Here we go. A little bit more immersive. Lots of cool doodads in the queue here, but a very short queue at that. We'll probably do this at both day and night. I think we should start during the daytime. So let's take a look at our coaster stats here. It is the Hyper Coaster, 140 seconds in duration, track length is 1 kilometer, 41 miles per hour. Not the biggest drop here, it's more of a descent with a 9-meter descent. And no airtime on this, no inversions or anything like that. More of a scenic ride, but I think that's perfect. A nice family-friendly coaster. Why don't we give it a ride? Now, because we got this like window in our way, we might have to try a couple perspectives here. Let's start with the track view, just to play things safe. All right. Unfortunately, with this type of coaster train, it's very low, and there's not like the best seat view's even lower than what I was doing there. It's not the best way to pop it up. Usually this view, look forward, is looking forward at a much higher angle. So that's the best I could do for you guys here today in terms of perspectives. I think this is very fun. If I were to make any suggestions to the creator of this, is to use the day-night sequencer that automatically changes the day and the night for the coaster. Because it's indoors, the game doesn't simulate lighting very well in terms of blocking the light from getting in here during the day. So it should automatically be switched to nighttime while we're going up the lift. Then when we get outside, you can switch it back to daytime to give us a more controlled experience. But nonetheless, that way we can get like the proper indoor experience and the proper outdoor experience. I was gonna say the coaster had a lot of left-hand turns, but you found a way to turn the coaster around at one point, and that was really appreciated. Finding ways to navigate in and out of that mountain. This is not easy to do, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, each one of these rocks is individually placed, one by one by one by one. So having a coaster go in and out of all these cave tunnels and having that theming, a mixture between sci-fi and old, and then a little bit of ancient ruins on the back, I think it makes it really interesting. There's a lot of dynamic builds going on in here that are not easy to hand place. I felt like the navigation was a very fun, and it did a great job doing a little bit of storytelling. Oh, here's the flat ride that I did not know about. It's a Monte Leon around a little volcanic fire thing. So when you put this in your park, you get to also have a flat ride that attracts guests. So the queue looks like it would come out here and wrap down and around the side of the mountain, and then the exit would come down here as well. Now it looks amazing. It has that wow factor. I love everything about it. I like the fact that it feels like a little bit of a mini park. Includes some of the shops, really cool detailed queue. It's just overall a really, really solid build, and I think for a 4,000 piece limit, which we can see here, wow, you still have 800 pieces to go. So even more efficient than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to use all 4,000 pieces. Generally, these types of coasters are much easier to build when you're doing it with the terrain tools, right? When I can usually just sculpt, build a mountain myself, and then dig a hole through it, it becomes much easier to create these tunnelway systems and then theme it from there. Unfortunately, when you do that, you cannot export the terrain, and you have to make this a park file. So the benefit of this creator's painstakingly task of placing each individual rock means that you guys can simply go and download the blueprint. Links are down in the description below, and then you can place it in your park. Now, speaking of which, just a little note to the creator and also to anyone creating blueprints, be mindful of what you grab in the background. As you can see there, when this was uploaded to the workshop, there were a couple trees in the background that were selected. And when that happens, you're uploading it, your center pivot point is going to be here, which is going to make it much harder to place. So not a big deal. Message to Loki7. All you have to do is grab your blueprint and update it, and then it should automatically propagate those updates to the Steam page. So not too bad at all. Easy fix, but a beautiful coaster here today. I like it. This is a ton of fun. Super fun little adventure. What did you guys think of this creation here today? The IMC mining coaster created by Loki7. Fire away down in the comments below. And that is going to do it for us in today's episode of Coaster Spotlight. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.